Hello friends, this is Sharon from Natural Awakenings magazine, and today I am joined once again by Dr. Krista Imre from Nature's Medicine Clinic. And if you have picked up the April edition, Dr. Krista is the author of 7 Tips for Boosting your Immune System. It's a great article. You should definitely check it out because a healthy immune system is your best defense in the current situation. So Dr. Krista is going to give us an update today on what has changed in the last 2 weeks, what is still the same, and what is she seeing from her perspective in the medical field. And Dr. Krista, I'm just going to hand it over to you because you know way more than me. So thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's always great to spread the word. So this is a good platform. So in terms of things that have changed, so we still kind of have our 2 things that we need to do in order to avoid getting the virus, right? So the first one is to decrease your exposure. And so that's really hand washing, wearing masks, gloves, whatever it may be. And the change with that now is that the CDC is actually recommending that everyone who leaves the house needs to be wearing a mask. So this is really important for this social distancing and kind of making sure that we don't overwhelm the hospitals, all of the doctors who are trying to take care of these patients, because keeping a mask on is going to protect us, protect others, etc. This does not mean that you need to go buy a million masks and take them from potentially doctors who need them. So really get creative. You know, you can use a bandana, you can use fabric with some rubber bands, whatever you can do. It's just really to create a barrier between those respiratory droplets that we've talked about before. So that's kind of a bigger change. Before we weren't kind of required to wear those, but now that's really a good suggestion for everyone to be doing. And then the second aspect in terms of not getting the virus would be to decrease your susceptibility, which we did talk about last time, but I think even more so now, it's very important to be proactive with that aspect, really because they're seeing now that people with diabetes, people with heart disease, people with lung disease are really at high risk, not only for contracting the virus, but then having more complications if they do. And if you have followed any of the data surrounding this, the US really has a lot of people that fall into this category. Really, it's about 100 million people, or half so the population. And so that's something we really need to start being proactive with. Everyone who's home now, there are things you can start to do to help decrease your susceptibility. So that's kind of a big thing that I would say has changed to some degree in terms of like, this is a big problem, and it's not necessarily if you get the virus. At this point, it's kind of a when you get the virus. Are you going to be prepared?
Wow, that's a staggering thing to wrap your brain around. And I actually spoke with a friend last night who she and her 2 sons have the virus. They're on the mend, and she said the same thing to me. It's like, it's not a matter of if, it's going to be when. And but you guys are helping people to embrace a healthier lifestyle with some new programs you're rolling out. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, we really love to empower people and really get you to feel like you have some control, and you do in terms of decreasing your risk. There are things you can do to make sure that you're not having those chronic diseases. You can decrease your blood pressure and your cholesterol, really work on diet and lifestyle to decrease your stress, different things that make you more susceptible. And so we're starting to roll out curriculum-based programs for people to learn more about how they can be proactive in their health. And we're actually starting this Tuesday, April 7th, at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're having a free webinar, so free information for you all on how to start to be proactive. And we can give the link at the bottom of this video here so people can register for that. But that's definitely one way. And the other way is that we're doing free 15-minute phone consultations for anyone who's interested or wants to learn more or wants to be proactive. And so to get one of those calls, you just can call our office, which is 732-305-8745, or you can visit our website, which is naturemedicineclinic.com.
outstanding. And I really applaud the efforts that you're making. Everyone is really pivoting their typical business model to figure out how to bring their services to the community. And you guys are doing an amazing job at that. So thank you very much. And is there anything else you'd like to leave our listeners, readers with today?
I think it's really just, emphasizing that it is still very important, even though we're all tired of being cooped up inside, that we keep that social distance in stores, anywhere you go, which really should be very tiny. You should not be going out. But if you do, remember 6 feet or more apart, gloves, mask, all of those things. And it's not necessarily to create a culture of being scared and fearful, but it's really just to protect you and your loved ones, and honestly the doctors, because we cannot have 100 million people sick at one time. Our medical system can just not handle that. So really do all that you can to help everyone.
Yeah, that's I've seen so many people out without their gloves, without their mask, not wiping things down. And I know that anyone watching this video, you are not in that category, but you need to know that it's happening. So protect yourself and encourage anyone you know that might be your friend, family member who's not taking it seriously. It's time to take it seriously. So thank you, Dr. Krista. We really appreciate it. And we'll check back in with you soon. And namaste, stay safe.
Thank you so much.